Welcome to Fenway Park as the Red Sox open up a 3-game series with a team from the West, the Oakland A's. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. It's amazing how quickly the complexion of your roster can change with just a couple of injuries. The Red Sox have 2 pitchers go down, and as it turns out, they're both lost for the year. It's exactly what's happened to Daisuke Matsuzaka as well as Rich Hill. They both end up on the DL for the Red Sox. Matsuzaka last pitched for Boston May 16th. Appears to be his last appearance in a Red Sox uniform this season. Daisuke, who had 2 consecutive games this season in which he allowed no runs and 1 hit, will likely finish the year 3-3 with 8 appearances. Rich Hill is in a very similar situation as Matsuzaka. The Red Sox will have Hill seek a second opinion before committing to surgery. At the time of his injury on Wednesday, he was the only lefty in the Boston pen. He had allowed just 3 hits and no runs in 9 appearances this season, was holding left-handed batters just an .067 average. Well, we start with Terry Francona's reaction to the injuries.
It's looking more and more like he needs to have the surgery, and what we're concerned about is what's best for Daisuke. I think originally when anything like this happens and you get a pitcher of that age and thrown the pitches he has, non-surgical is always hopefully the best way to go. Now, if he needs surgery, we support that. Now I got to figure out who, when, why, where, all that. And that's what we're in the midst of doing.
The frustrating part is that you find a niche for yourself in the bullpen, and to have something happen that's possibly season-ending. It's something that's tough to swallow. But at the same time, if it is a surgical procedure that needs to happen, the success rate is there, and you rehab and have been through it once, so you got to come back and be strong again and come back from another surgery.
We welcome in Jerry Remy, and Jerry, certainly a tough situation for both guys.
It is, and you really feel for the players, because these guys make their livelihood playing baseball, and to have injuries like this, serious injuries that are going to cost them the season, you first feel bad for them. But from a team's point of view, losing Daisuke Matsuzaka, you've got Alfredo Aceves, you've got Tim Wakefield right now, who could fill that role, possibly do Braun down the road if needed, or the Red Sox could go out in the trade market at some point and maybe get another pitcher, because you're not going to see Daisuke the rest of this year and probably for most of next year with Tommy John surgery. For Rich Hill, you really feel bad for this guy. Here's a guy that came over to the Red Sox, really found his niche in the bullpen and was pitching great both against left-handers and against right-handers, and the fact that he made that adjustment, dropping down to the side, made him a legitimate threat, a real good threat for the Red Sox in that bullpen. In that position now, it could become a revolving door. So, it's bad for the players, you feel bad for them, but it's also bad for the team because they're missing 2 pretty good pitchers.
Well, today, pitching for the Red Sox will be Clay Buchholz on the hill in Game 1 of the series. Buchholz 4-3 with a 3.41 earned run average, 12th start. Back with more from Fenway right after this. Between the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome back inside the broadcast booth as we welcome the Oakland A's to town. They're in 4th place in the American League West, but only 4 games back of the Texas Rangers. They're all about pitching and not so much offense as we check out some of their numbers coming in. They lead the American League in ERA and home runs allowed. They're a third of a run lower than the next closest team with a 3.01 team ERA, and only one of 2 teams to allow under 40 home runs this season. The offense has been a much different story. They rank 12th in the American League in both average and runs. Only 3 regulars are hitting better than .250, and only 1 has more than 5 homers. They've been shut out 6 times this season, which is tied for second most in the American League. They got a left-handed starter on the mound tonight who was called up on May 23rd. It's Josh Outman. He's 1-0 with a 2.08 ERA. His 3rd start's coming up next from Fenway. Your New England Subaru dealers, AT&T. Toyota's official website for deals by Toyota.com and by Southwest Airlines. Hey, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park as the Red Sox welcome in the Oakland A's after dropping 3 straight to the Chicago White Sox. They welcome in the American League West A's for a 3-game series. The wind is blowing in from center field to begin this series, and the Red Sox take the field led by Clay Buchholz tonight. As they do, let's check out the visiting Oakland A's starting 9. Old friend Coco Crisp at the top of the order for the A's in center field. David DeJesus is in right field, batting second. Josh Willingham is in left third with Hideki Matsui, the former Yankee and Angel, who's the DH and in the cleanup spot. Kurt Suzuki does the catching with Derek Barton at first base. Mark Ellis, the veteran, at second base, bats seventh. Kevin Kuzminoff, third base, bats eighth. And Cliff Pennington is at shortstop. He bats ninth. Clay Buchholz is indeed on the mound tonight as he makes start number 12 of the year, 4-3 with a 3.41 earned run average. He's logged 66 innings and has 44 Ks, 24 walks, and opponents hitting at 251 against him. He's 1-2 in his career against the Oakland A's. And last time out, Sunday against Detroit, ended up with a no decision. 6 innings and 3 runs, left with a little bit of a stiff back, but battling that for a long time now and doesn't think it'll be a problem tonight.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture, and the Red Sox are first in the American League in defense, only 26 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Jed Lowry the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Mike Cameron, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Clay Buchholz.
Umpiring crew tonight, Dan Bellino has got the play calling the balls and strikes with Tony Randazzo at first base. Larry Van Over, the umpire, at second, and the crew chief is Brian Gorman at third base. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
The comfortable conditions here tonight is it is 67 degrees at the ballpark. Breeze is in from center at 15 miles per hour. And we're expecting mostly partly clouds here tonight. At the moment, it is partly cloudy above Fenway Park as the Red Sox welcome in the Oakland A's to start this 3-game series. And Red Sox hoping for certainly better results against Bob Guerin's Athletics. The A's come in with a record of 27-30. They're 4 games back of the Rangers. So while they're in last place in the American League West is pretty bunched up for the most part. Only 4 games separate the first team from the last place team. And they come in having lost 3 straight games into the series against the Red Sox. They're 13-15 away from Oakland Alameda Coliseum. And Oakland, as Coco Crisp stands in to get it started. First pitch of the ball game from Clay Buchholz is popped up. Foul ground for Kevin Youkilis. Puts it away for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Clay Buchholz. Not terrific numbers for Buchholz, but first let's take a look at David DeJesus. It's a .254, 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. But Clay against the Oakland A's 1-2, and 16 innings pitched in 4 games against Oakland. In his career, Buchholz has given up 13 earned runs in 16 innings. So for whatever reason, this has not been a team that he's done particularly well against. Former Kansas City Royal David DeJesus takes strike 1. However, Buchholz did get his first win of the year against this Oakland A's team. 5 1/3, giving up 6 hits and only 1 run in that outing back on April the 20th against the A's. DeJesus fooled, and it's 0-2 as Buchholz changes up.
Got a good change up there from Clay Buchholz. A fastball on the first pitch to DeJesus, then the changeup to quickly get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
DeJesus has been hot lately, hitting .323 over the last 19 games. It's just .217 in his first 32 games, but picking it up lately. On the ground and through into left field, a base hit. Right in between Lowry and Youkilis on the left side, and David DeJesus aboard with 1 out in the first.
Clay Buchholz upset with himself. They wanted a fastball up in the zone, and instead he let it down into the outside part of the plate. And on the 0-2 pitch, DeJesus goes the other way for the base hit.
5 hits in his last 8 at-bats for DeJesus. He's at first base with 1 out. Josh Willingham coming up. Willingham hitting a .240, 10 home runs, 37 runs batted in. First time he has faced Clay Buchholz. As he takes ball 1. And now Willingham has been striking out a lot, tied for 3rd in the American League in strikeouts with 60. But the only guy in this Oakland A's order who has more than 5 home runs. Willingham coming in with 10 on the year. As we mentioned off the top, this team filled with very good pitching. First in earned run average in the American League, but offensively is where they've really had their problems.
Yeah, 12th in average, 12th in runs, and last in the American League in home runs.
3.01 earned run average as a staff coming into this series is tied with Atlanta for the Major League lead. And this one misses inside, 2-0. Bob Guerin's team has had trouble putting together runs and scoring. But pitching wise, they've been terrific. Throw to first, and back is DeJesus.
DeJesus does not have a steal yet on the season. He has been caught 1 time. You see his career numbers. 47 career stolen bases.
Swing and a miss. 2-1. 12th start of the year for Clay Buchholz. And for Buchholz, 3 straight, no decisions. Prior to that, 3 straight wins, no decisions. Coming against the Tigers, Indians, and Tigers again. And last we saw him was during the day portion of the day-night doubleheader on Sunday in Detroit. 2-1 is grounded foul. And it's 2-2. Third start against the team from the AL West this season. And his numbers in the month of May, which were very good for Clay, 3-0 with a 2.08 earned run average, 6 starts in the month of May. Two pitch to Josh Willingham. Jesus has not tried to steal yet and does not, as Willingham takes ball 3. Let's see if DeJesus gets a start now with a full count to Willingham. And Hideki Matsui waiting on deck.
Always a tough call for a manager, especially when you have a guy at the plate that strikes out as much as Willingham does.
60 times already. Jesus not going, and here's a drive to left. Back goes Crawford towards the warning track, and it's going to be off the wall. Crawford plays the carom, but it's DeJesus who gets to third base on a very long single for Josh Willingham, and all of a sudden the A's have runners at the corners with 1 down.
Well, by not running on the 3-2 count, it saves a run for the Red Sox because that run certainly would have scored. There's a fastball up between the belt and the letters that Willingham kind of muscles off that left field wall. Crawford getting that ball into second base to try to keep the double play in order.
So first and third, 1 out. The chance here for Hideki Matsui. 222 average for Matsui. 3 homers and 19 runs batted in. After a stop with the Angels, moves over to Oakland. Now a member of the Oakland A's. For all those years in New York with the Yankees, he's now on his 3rd major league team. Take strike 1. Against the Red Sox, he's always done very well. 114 games he's logged against Boston. Of course, most of those coming in the pinstripes. That's with DeJesus at third base, Willingham at first, and 1 out. Ground ball left side. Lowry deep in the hole at short, goes to second for 1. On to first, not in time, and a run scores as DeJesus comes in from third to put the A's on top 1-0. They race Willingham at second base, but Matsui is able to reach.
Well, Matsui made Lowry go too far to his right to be able to turn over this double play. Nice play by Lowry to get to the ball and get the force out at second base. The rush throw by Pedroia to first, but not in time to get Matsui.
So Matsui at first base, 2 down in the inning. A run in for Kurt Suzuki. Oakland catcher takes ball 1 away. Found it interesting, as we found out last time. Buchholz, of course, leaving with an injury. Wondered what it was. We found out it was a stiff back, and in the same breath, we also found out that it's something he's been battling since the end of last year. And it's something that usually loosens up for him by the 3rd or 4th inning, and he's kind of battled his way through it. And it's not been a problem or anything that he foresees being a problem moving forward, but nevertheless something to be aware of every time he takes the hill.
Yeah, that was kind of news to all of us, wasn't it?
We sort of noticed him going to work on a blister before at one point on his fingertip, but never guessed the back was an issue, and apparently it has been. 1-1 the count to Kurt Suzuki. Curveball misses outside, and it's 2-1.
Suzuki's had good success against Buchholz, 4 for 7 in his career against Clay.
He struggled at the plate, hitting at 191 in the last 13 games, but not at Fenway. 344 here at Fenway in 15 games. Seems he's always beat up on the Red Sox, whether it be here or in Oakland. On the ground and through into left field, a base hit. Another one not hit terribly hard, but well placed. And it's the third hit of the inning for the A's.
And for Suzuki, that breaks up an 0 for 7 that he was in. He gets the curveball here from Clay Buchholz and finds that hole between third and short. Curveball staying out over the plate, and Suzuki finding some green grass out there in left field.
So 2 on, 2 down, and Derek Barton coming up. Barton hitting at just 206. No home runs, 13 runs batting in. Another guy who struggled lately, 3 for his last 24. His last 7 games. Hitting at just 177 in the last 38. Taps it foul. Makes his 50th start of the year of 57 games. Barton does not have a home run on the year. As he takes a pitch inside, 1-1. Now, last year he had an American League leading 110 walks on the year. He hit a 273. Ranked second in pitches per plate appearance. Lines it to right, and that's in for a base hit. Matsui's going to be waved around. The throw from Cameron is going to be not in time. And the A's scored their second run of the night on the throw. Suzuki was able to get to third, and Barton moves up to second base. It's a 2-0 Oakland lead.
Well, that time it was the changeup. As you can see, the changeup down, and some pretty good hitting right there by Barton. He goes right down with it and puts it on a line in front of Mike Cameron. Pretty strong throw by Cameron, but you see Suzuki rounding third in the lower left box, and he will score fairly easily at home plate to give the Oakland Athletics a 2-0 lead.
So second and third, 2 down, and Mark Ellis is coming up. Kurt Young, the former Oakland A's pitching coach, out to talk to Clay Buchholz as Mark Ellis stands in. Ellis, the veteran second baseman, also struggling at the plate this season, hitting at just 214 coming in. Home run, 13 runs batted in for Ellis. It's away for ball 1. There's Suzuki at third, Barton at second. 2 outs in the inning. Up the middle as Lowry dives, can't get it. Scoring is Suzuki. Barton behind him, and it's a 4-run first inning so far for the Oakland A's. What a start to this series for the A's.
Now, this is the way the White Sox series went. The White Sox doing most of the scoring early in ball games and putting the Red Sox behind the 8 ball. Cut fastball that time from Buchholz. That's going to find center field, and 2 more runs come across.
Prior to the night, Clay Buchholz had given up 1 run in the first inning. In all of his starts, he gives up 4 in this first inning right out of the gate tonight. Quick check at first on Ellis. Kevin Kuzminoff, the former San Diego Padre, 8th member of the A's to bat here in the first inning. Kuzminoff at .220, 3 homers and 16 runs batted in. May have gone after it. They check. Yes, he did, says Tony Randazzo.
Pretty clear on that shot right there that yes, he did break his wrists and go after that pitch from Buchholz.
Swing and a miss. Fooled on that pitch. It's 1-2 in the changeup. Kuzminoff has had a tough time defensively this year. He's got 8 errors. Third base, second most among American League third basemen. Takes the 1-2 for ball 2. A lot of pitches in the first for Buchholz, who trails 4-0 right out of the gate.
Last pitch from Buchholz did not miss by very much, but it is up and in.
This one off the end of the bat goes foul. A lot of spin on it. Ends up down by the tarp, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Kuzminoff was kind of the power guy last year for the A's. He led the A's in home runs with 16, extra base hits with 49. And was tied for the team lead in RBIs with 71. This year he bats 8th. It's 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and Buchholz ends the first inning, but not before the A's score 4 times. Red Sox are coming up and going to work when we come back. Mark Ellis drives in a pair, and it's 4-0 A's as the Red Sox come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Josh Outman is on the mound for the A's. He got called up on May 23rd. His third start is tonight. He's 1-0 with a 2.08 earned run average. In 13 innings, he has walked 8 batters, striking out 4. Walks have been a problem, but 6 innings and 2 runs last time out against the Orioles and a victory, but see the 5 walks. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off and taking ball 1.
Yeah, the 2 starts for Outman, 1 against the Angels and 1 against the Orioles, as Don mentioned last time out.
Ellsbury fouls it off and evens the count at 1-1. Talked a lot about Tommy John surgery lately with what's going on with the Red Sox, but there's a guy in Josh Outman who had Tommy John surgery June 30th of 2009. Missed the entire 2010 season as he continued to rehab from the surgery, and he's back to the big leagues on May 23rd, and here he is in start number 3. It's up high for ball 3, 3-1.
Only 2 members of the Red Sox lineup tonight have faced Outman before, and that is Kyle Crawford and Saltalamacchia.
Elevates, and Ellsbury chases a foul tip, full count. The win that he got last time out against the Orioles, his first major league win since June 8th of 2009 against Minnesota before the Tommy John surgery. Little pop-up sending Ellis out, crisp in, and that'll fall. Ellsbury leads off the bottom of the first inning with a base hit to center.
3-2 fastball from Outman, and Jacoby just kind of bloops it up over the head of Mark Ellis. No chance for Coco Crisp. No chance for Mark Ellis. Ellsbury has himself the base hit.
Lead runner on for the Red Sox as Pedroia stands in. Check on Ellsbury at first base. (19 out of 25 so far for Jacoby. Pedroia takes strike 1. Fouled off to the right. Pedroia down 0-2. Red Sox had a tough time mustering much against the Chicago White Sox in that 3-game series against the White Sox. Pedroia was 3 for 10 in the series. No 2 misses as Suzuki tried to frame it 1-2. Adrian Gonzalez waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the first inning, trailing 4-0. Not close, and it's 2-2.
That changeup basically just slipping out of the hands of Outman. And way up high. Nice play by Suzuki to get up and get this.
Outman's got a fastball, curveball, slider, and a change. And another check on Ellsbury, who did not have a very big lead, able to get back. Pedroia pops it up. Shortstop Cliff Pennington to the outfield grass and short left. Now Willingham calls him off, and the left fielder makes the catch. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. It is Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Kevin Youkilis at third. David Ortiz at DH. Jed Lowry at shortstop at sixth, with Carl Crawford in left field batting seventh. Mike Cameron is in right field tonight, eighth. And Jared Saltalamacchia bats ninth. He does the catching. Jacoby Ellsbury at first base with 1 out, and here is Adrian Gonzalez. 329, 10 homers and 46 runs driven in. tied with Jay Bruce and the Cincinnati Reds for the Major League lead in RBIs with 46.
2 ahead of Paul Konerko in the American League.
Adrian Gonzalez leading the majors with 41 hits in the month of May. He's second with 31 runs batted in May. Runner goes. The throw is late. Not even close. Suzuki kind of late in reacting, and then he bounced it to second as Ellsbury steals second base easily.
Yeah, and kind of a slide step, too, as you can see from Outman. Really doesn't pick the leg up high, but no problem for Jacoby Ellsbury to steal this one. So he picks up number 20 on the season. That was not even close at second base, even with a slide step.
First base runner to have 20 stolen bases in the American League. Michael Bourne leads the majors with 22. This bounces in, and Ellsbury is going to take third. Skips off Suzuki, and Ellsbury now 90 feet away.
Wild pitch here from Outman as he bounces off Suzuki up that first base line, and no problem for Jacoby to get to third base, excuse me. Actually, it wasn't a problem for him to get to first base either, or second, or third.
Two and one now to Adrian Gonzalez. And it's fouled off to the left. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2.
Most velocity he's had on the fastball so far at 93.
Gonzalez sitting at 284 with one of his 10 home runs coming off a left-handed pitcher. Grounds this one right side. Ellis will pick it up, throw to first as the run scores. Gonzalez retired, but the Red Sox are on the board. Adrian will pick up his 47th RBI of the year. Two down, bases empty, and Kevin Youkilis the batter. Youkilis at 254, 8 homers, 34 runs batted in as he takes ball one. And that'll get to the wall in a hop. Willingham plays it. Youkilis going to try for two. The throw to second base not going to be in time. Youkilis with a 2-out double.
Now this was like a line drive going by the third baseman, except it was the left fielder that it was going by. A topspin line drive by Kevin Youkilis. No chance for Willingham out there, as he plays it off the wall on one bounce, and Youkilis no problem getting in a scoring position at second base.
So two down, Youkilis at second, and a chance for David Ortiz. 313, 13 home runs, 28 runs batted in as Big Poppy takes ball one. Last 14 games for David Ortiz been terrific. Off to the left and out of play. They've been one of the few Red Sox who had a very good series against the White Sox. 6 for 11 in the 3-game series with a double, 2 home runs. Outside, ball 2. Deep in back-to-back games for the off day yesterday. Away again, 3-1. They score 4 times in the first. Josh Outman has given one back here in the bottom of the first inning already. Youkilis at second base, and a 3-1 coming up to David Ortiz. And it's into left field, a base hit. Youkilis being waved around. Willingham's throw will go to second, and the Red Sox get their second run of the night.
One of the impressive things about David Ortiz throughout the stretch that he's been in, the way that he's been able to use the opposite field. Now, he laid off a very tough slider on the pitch previous to this, and then he gets the fastball and takes it to the opposite field for the base hit to drive in Youkilis. So Big Papi picks up his 29th RBI of the season, and the Red Sox only trail it by 2.
So 2 down, David Ortiz at first base. Red Sox getting 2 back so far. And here comes Jed Lowry. Well, here you have the Oakland A's who've gotten terrific pitching and no offense. And tonight they get some offense. And all of a sudden the pitching has gone awry here in the first inning anyway. As Jed Lowry takes strike 1. Key matchup is brought to you by New England Acura dealers. Lowry against the A's at .306 average. Take strike 2 and quickly in the hole, 0-2. Jed Lowry's worn out left-handed pitching this year, hitting at .429 against lefties. All 3 of his home runs off lefties. So jumps back out of the way of a pitch inside. Lowry holds up and takes ball 2, 2-2. Popped up in the shallow right. Mark Ellis, second baseman, back on the outfield lawn. Makes the catch that ends the first. The Red Sox get a pair back. 1 done, 4-2 Oakland. Roadside assistance can save the day, and your AAA card can help you save every day. Call 1-800-JOIN-AAA or join online at AAA.com. Second inning back at Fenway, 4-2. Oakland on top. Cliff Pennington, the only member of the A's not to bat in the first, leads it off here in the second inning. Pennington at 256. 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. The A's shortstop. And a 9-game hitting streak. Led the A's this year, snapped on Wednesday. Hit at .412 during the streak. As he takes strike one, 2-1. Pennington against the Red Sox in his career, just a 154 average. It's the second lowest average against any team. The Yankees, he only hits at 116 against them. This is rifled foul, and it's 2-2 out ahead. '50th start for Pennington. He's batted 9th in every game. And a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt, strike 3. Clay Buchholz picks up his second strikeout. And there's one down here in the second inning.
Yeah, the first strikeout was on a changeup to Kuzminoff. This is the curveball right here to Pennington for the second strikeout for Clay Buchholz. His high in the season in strikeouts is 7. He's done that twice. He did it against the Yankees. He did it against the Tigers.
And it's a little more special tonight, as Clay will be donating $500 for every strikeout tonight to Joplin, Missouri tornado victims.
And our thoughts are with the people out in western Massachusetts also, who suffered through devastating storms just a couple of days ago.
One is in there for strike 2, and it's 0-2. Coco Crisp fouling out to Kevin Youkilis at third base in the first. Crisp last year on the DL 3 different times. Had trouble staying healthy. 1-2 is down the left field line, curling foul back into the seats. When Coco was healthy, posted some very good numbers for the A's. 279, 8 home runs, 38 runs batted in, and what turned out to be 75 games. And he stole a career high 32 bases. Ended up 9th in the American League in stolen bases despite missing over half the season on the DL 3 different times. 1-2 from Buchholz. Is on the outside corner for strike 3. Crisp knew it, and he takes with him the third K for Clay Buchholz. Let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, as you guys were just talking about, this severe weather across the country hit close to home for Clay Buchholz, whose wife Lindsay is from Missouri and was actually there when the tornadoes hit last week. With every strikeout, Clay Buchholz is donating $500 to help the people of Joplin. And the Red Sox wives were also out selling autographed baseballs at the gates before the game.
The wives, we're all out here today. We're selling mystery baseballs signed by all the Red Sox players, and it's a really cool idea because the fans, they buy a baseball for $50, and they don't know what player that they're going to get, so it's a big surprise. But it's just been great. The Red Sox Foundation is on board there. 100% of the proceeds made to RedSoxFoundation.org will go to Joplin Relief, and it's just awesome. We have such a great team, and everybody has just been helping out so much, and it's so appreciative. So.
As Lindsay was telling me before the game, she was actually hunkered down in the basement with her daughter Colby during the tornadoes, which hit about 2 hours actually away from their house. The Red Sox Foundation is also donating the money from the 50-50 raffle to the relief efforts here in Massachusetts for the severe weather Wednesday night. The foundation is matching all donations made tonight for the Joplin and Massachusetts relief efforts. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Clay's got 3 Ks so far tonight. He struck out the first 2 batters, and Coco Crisp for his 3rd K of the night.
Yeah, Coco knew it. Fastball outside corner, no argument at all. Just makes his way back to the Oakland dugout.
Now it's 3-0 to DeJesus, who jumps back out of the way and takes strike 1. I didn't think so, but you look back at Dan Bellino, the home plate umpire tonight. There's ball 4. Buchholz wanted it on the corner, but it's walk number 1. Not by Clay tonight. Base runner with 2 down for the A's. There's Josh Willingham, who singled in the first inning. That's his second look at Clay Buchholz. And 4-run first for the A's. And right now, base runner with 2 down. 1-0 to Willingham. Is tap foul at the plate, and it's 1-1. Ducky Matsui waiting on deck. Buchholz tried to throw 27 first inning pitches. This will be his 45th pitch for an inning and 2/3. Chop to third. Youkilis has got it to go to second for the force out that'll end the top of the second inning. Inning and a half done from the Fens. Oakland on top 4-2. On the relief quencher, the Cumberland Farms Chill Zone. It's all your favorite frozen and fountain refreshments in one place for just 79 cents any size. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. Last of the second inning back at Fenway Park. Josh Outman started for the A's. Gave up 2 runs in the first. Carl Crawford, who was the player of the week last week, leading it off here in the second inning. .235 average on the year, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. At .423 last week. Thought about going, but did not, according to Brian Gorman. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Outman staying with the breaking ball, but no swing there by Carl Crawford.
Outman had to throw 29 first inning pitches. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. RBIs for Adrian Gonzalez and David Ortiz. Now Crawford hits this one high and deep to right. DeJesus back onto the track to make the catch up against the wall and right in front of the bullpen. And may have hurt himself in the process. He backed up into that wall out there and right, had no more room to work with as he robs Carl Crawford for out number 1.
Carl Crawford puts a charge and a breaking ball right here that hangs out over the plate. And he thought he had enough for a home run. But not here at Fenway. Back goes DeJesus. He checks out the wall. He knows how much room he has. And then apparently maybe he banged his foot. You see his ankle right there, his right ankle against the wall, and the frustration on Carl Crawford's face.
Well, DeJesus making the grab now. Mike Cameron hits it on the ground at third baseman Kuzminov. He'll fire across. Whoa! And it gets away into the Red Sox dugout. They will award second base to Mike Cameron. So the errant throw by Kuzminov. We talked about his errors. Leading all American League third baseman with 8, and he'll just pick up his 9th.
Yeah, he just bounces this one on the grass. A fairly routine play after he picks up the hard hit ground ball and just throws it directly down into the dirt and gets by Barton at first base. The guy that made the play on it was David Ortiz in the Red Sox dugout.
So runner at second, 1 out instead of 2 down. Red Sox have a runner in scoring position for Jared Saltalamacchia. .219 average, hitting out of the number 9 spot as Outman goes off the backside.
The defense overall for the Athletics has not been good this year. They are 12th in the American League out of 14 teams defensively.
Yeah, only Toronto and Texas below the A's in defense. Conversely, the Red Sox right now are number 1. They've made just 26 errors so far in the first 56 games of the year. And there's 2 fewer errors than the Tampa Bay Rays. The 1-0 off the end of the bat, down the first baseline foul, 1-1. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. Big Poppy just found a new friend in behind the dugout.
Look at that slab of pizza and a baseball. Does it get any better than that? A Josh Beckett shirt, a slab of pizza, and a baseball.
That'll hold on to it for safekeeping. 1-1 is sent foul off to the right. Swing and a miss. It gets away from Suzuki a good distance. Saltalamacchia will reach. And Cameron takes third base. Now we're getting all the way back to the backstop. And Saltalamacchia reaches.
Good breaking curveball here by Outman. No contact, but the ball gets by Suzuki. Tries to backhand the curveball and goes all the way to the backstop. Saltalamacchia finally realizing that, and he'll make his way to first base. Well, the Red Sox catch a couple of breaks here in this second inning. The error, now the strikeout and a wild pitch. Or I'm guessing wild pitch.
They have not yet ruled on it, but he's at first base. We know that.
That we do know.
First and third, one down. And Jacoby Ellsbury singled his first time up. They have charged Suzuki with a pass ball. Ellsbury singled in the first, stole a base, and scored the Red Sox first run. Mike Cameron at third base. Jared Saltalamacchia at first base. One down. Ellsbury to left. Reddit Willingham hooking back at him. Cameron tagging. There'll be no throw, and the Red Sox are back within a run. So the error truly costly at third base.
Ellsbury with the line drive, certainly deep enough in the outfield. Josh Willingham does not have a very strong throwing arm. And no problem for Mike Cameron to score. Once he reads that, he gets back to tag up. And off he comes to give the Red Sox their third run of the ball game.
Quick check on Saltalamacchia at first base. Two down here in the second inning. Dustin Pedroia flied out to left fielder Josh Willingham in the first. It's his second look at Josh Outman. And a foul straight back. Red Sox have had their problems with left-handers that they've not seen before. They face Outman in tonight's game, and they get 2 runs off him in the first. They've added a run here in the second, and trying to erase what was a 4-run deficit. It's now 4-3 pretty quickly. Back they come. Up and away, ball one. Diving at third is Kuzminoff. He'll go to second for the out there. Nice play for Kuzminoff, but it's his error that gives the Red Sox a chance. They grab a run. It's now 4-3 Oakland. Red Sox at one point in this game trailed 4-0. But they're back within a run as Hideki Matsui leads it off against Clay Buchholz here in the third. Matsui, Suzuki, and Barton face Buchholz in the inning. And there's strike one from Clay Buchholz. Is on the ground foul, and it's 0-2. Hideki Matsui playing for the Yomiuri Giants from 1993 through 2002 in Japan before even coming to the major leagues. First year in the majors with the Yankees in 2003. So the Yankees through 2009, of course, their World Championship in 09 for him, and then last year with the Angels. 0-2 bounces in, and it's 1-2. Two-time All-Star. Inside, 2-2 to Matsui. Matsui one year had 31 home runs with the Yankees back in 2004. His last year with the Giants in Japan, he had 50 home runs before coming to the majors. Never able to repeat that large number of home runs here. As he takes strike three, and he also knew it. Fourth strikeout for Clay Buchholz, one down.
Now Buchholz again picking up that inside corner to Matsui, and no argument from Hideki. He jumps back from the plate, but the ball picks up the inside corner for the strikeout. So 4 strikeouts now for Buchholz tonight.
One out here in the third inning for Kurt Suzuki. He singled in the first and scored the third Oakland A's run. Fouls it straight back for strike one. 94 in the fastball from Buchholz. .51 pitches for Clay through 2 1/3. He could use a quick inning. In the air to right center field. Ellsbury moving in and over. So is Cameron, and Mike Cameron able to make the catch for the second out of the third inning. Well, buy your Bruins raffle tickets today for your chance to win 2 sweet tickets for you and a guest to watch the Bruins battle the Canucks in games 3, 4, and 6 of the Stanley Cup Final at the TD Garden. Proceeds will benefit the Boston Bruins Foundation. The entry deadline is this Monday, June 6th at 11 a.m. To purchase your raffle tickets, visit BruinsRaffles.org. I'm sure Ken Casey of the Dropkick Murphys has already got his raffle. He's got some pizza, that's for sure. 2 down here in the third for Derek Barton, who foul tips it. Barton single to right field to drive in a run in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Change up down low, and it's 1-1 to Derek Barton. On the ground up the middle, Pedroia to the backhand. Nicely picked, throws out Barton. And Buckholz does have a quick 1-2-3 third inning. 2.5 done for 3 A's. The All-Star ballot, enter to win a trip to the All-Star game. Compliments of Scott's. Adrian Gonzalez certainly hopes to be on that All-Star team this year, representing the Red Sox for the first time. As Adrian steps in on the left side to get it started. Yes, he takes ball. Outman gave up 2 runs in the first and a run in the second, after he was posted a 4-0 advantage after half an inning. It's a 1-run game, and Adrian knocking in 1 of the runs with a ground out to the right side in the first inning to second baseman Mark Ellis. Scored Jacoby Ellsbury with the Red Sox first run. Swing and a miss. Fastball was by him. Foul tip, 2-1.
Good 2-0 fastball there by Outman. He keeps it away from Gonzalez, outside part of the plate.
Slap foul, 2-2. Nicholas waits on deck, and we'll see David Ortiz in the inning. Outman going to the Oakland A's in the Joe Blanton deal. Outman going from the Phillies to 2-2 pitch inside, and Gonzalez did not go. This is Brian Gorman, the crew chief of this crew, down at third base. This is his 3rd start after Tommy John surgery for Josh Outman, as Bob Guerin looks on, holding on to a 1-run lead. Gonzalez strikes out. He elevated that fastball, this time at 94. And strikes out Gonzalez. First K for Outman.
Yeah, picking up velocity as this game goes on. 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and away from Gonzalez.
So 1 out in the 3rd for Kevin Youkilis. Doubled in the first inning, scored the Red Sox 2nd run. As he takes ball 1. Red Sox come in having lost 4 straight games. The last game of the day-night doubleheader against the Tigers, and all 3 against the White Sox. And the last 10, the Red Sox are 5-5. Really consistent lately for Terry Francona's Red Sox. They have taken over first place, but now have slipped 2 games back of the Yankees to start tonight's action. The Yankees are on the West Coast beginning tonight against the Angels. So they open up a series on the West Coast. "3-1" is fouled back, full count.
Good rip there by Youkilis on that 3-1 fastball. Was thinking about tying this ball game up with that swing, but fouled it straight back. Gets a fastball right down the middle of the plate to hit, and right off the mask of Suzuki.
Takes ball 4 and heads down to first base. First walk given up by Outman. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Don, the Red Sox know a little something about injuries, and one way to try and prevent injuries is to properly warm up. That is today's healthy tip, brought to you by Tufts Health Plan. Here's Red Sox head trainer Mike Reinold.
A lot of times groin strains, hamstring strains, some of the similar type muscle strains that we see with young athletes can be prevented if they just warmed up ahead of time. So one thing we do is we always advocate that they get loose, they get hot before they get going in their sport.
That is today's healthy tip, brought to you by Tufts Health Plan. No one does more to keep you healthy.
You don't have to tell us, Heidi, because we stretch forever up here getting ready for the game.
Speaking of being healthy, very lucky to have Don with us tonight. And I'll explain in a moment.
1-0 is a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Don was caught out in a boat this morning as he was doing some fishing, and the boat decided to capsize, and the boat was actually one of those paddle boats.
I can't believe I told you. Why did I tell you?
Your legs go like this, and you paddle around in a lake.
But all of a sudden, the wind picked up, and these white caps picked up, and I was taking on water like you wouldn't believe.
And it was probably about 150 yards from shore.
Yes.
And you can see the wind here, how nasty it is right here at the ballpark tonight. You can imagine what it was like out in the middle of the lake today where you were fishing.
It almost ended today, Jerry. Because the paddle boat started going down the water. We started taking on water here. Myself in this boat started taking on water.
A puddle of water where your paddles are.
It was like the Titanic. It was like this. And all of a sudden, so I jumped over to the other side to do the weight distribution thing, and thinking that because the water's on this side, water's coming in here. If I go to this side, then I can even it out.
What happens?
That side.
You had no life raft with you.
No life. I said I can swim. I can swim. So yeah, I mean it was bad. I was going down. So then I get over to the other side and I started paddling like a madman. I'm thinking it can't end this way. It really can't.
So
I mean,
you got to about what 10 yards from shore and you jumped in.
And I jumped in because I was going. The whole thing was gone. It was going down.
Now that all your fishing equipment is intact, everything's intact. The paddle boat's okay.
The paddle boat is okay. I was able to get a rope to get it in, but a little dicey. This is in left field. Willingham is back on the track, and it's going to scrape the wall on the way down. Youkilis is headed for third and beyond. He will come around and score as at second base is Ortiz, and the Red Sox have tied the game 4-4.
Now once again, David Ortiz using the opposite field, this time a wall scraper out there in left field to bring Youkilis home. Ortiz thinking the other way against the left-handed pitcher tonight, and so far it's paid off with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Ball big bounce over Willingham's head, picked up by Pennington, and by that time Youkilis had scored. Well, we're glad to see that you're okay. And I would say, if I was to recommend something, with the money you make, I would recommend a bigger boat than a paddle boat. You know,
I was thinking how embarrassed this would be.
Well, let me ask you this.
The paddle boat.
When you're on the lake and other people are fishing and they see you in a paddle boat.
Nobody was out there today.
There was nobody out there.
Embarrassing.
It would be a little bit embarrassing, wouldn't it?
The paddle boat idea is for my kids, really. Today I was alone, so I decided, they were in school, I go out by myself. Problem is I didn't realize there was a weight distribution thing with this thing because I've always had the kids in the boat with me. So I'm in there by myself, and next thing I know, we're taking on water, and all of a sudden I'm headed down.
I find that a little dangerous with the kids. I would go to a rowboat if I was you, a rowboat. Maybe I'll buy you a rowboat.
That would be nice.
They can't be that expensive, right? Because I don't have any money.
I'd be happy to take that from you.
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay.
They have aluminum ones, don't they?
I think so.
When it starts lightning, you get
sure, right in the middle.
And another terrible note, he cut himself shaving today.
Yes.
And he's got blood all over his shirt. He looks like a hockey player.
Lost a lot of blood today, Jerry. Lucky to get through the open. I was a little woozy, in and out of consciousness at times.
Been a tough day.
It has. This is up the middle and into center field. A base hit. Ortiz being waved around. He'll score. Red Sox had a 4-run deficit. Not anymore. They lead it 5-4.
Well, Jed Lowry continues to pound the ball from the right side of the plate. Lowry picks up his 23rd RBI of the season. He gets the fastball from Outman. Topspin ground ball heading up the middle. They're going to run on Coco Crispa's arm. No hesitation at all as Big Papi comes around and score and give the Red Sox the 1-run lead.
23rd RBI for Jed Lowry. Pen is busy now for the Oakland A's. Guillermo Moscoso is warming up. Well, the Red Sox got 2 back in the first, a run in the second, and 2 in the third. In there for strike 1 to Carl Crawford, who flied out to the warning track in right field. David DeJesus up against the wall and right to make the grab. This is a pop-up back at third, sending Kuzminoff and Pennington to the outfield, and Pennington makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Lowry back to the bag at first. 2 down in the third. And Bob Guerin's going to make the move here. Josh Outman, who gets the second out of the inning and has given up 5 runs. He has seen enough. So 2 down in the third. Red Sox have a 5-4 lead, and the A's will change pitchers from Fenway. Join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Jim, and Heidi at 12:30. Josh Beckett takes them out as the Red Sox continue their series with the Athletics. Bruins legend Ken Hodge will be live on stage to preview Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Plus, the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will have the latest news and notes for the Red Sox clubhouse. Our coverage begins tomorrow only on NESN. 5-4. Red Sox on top. Josh Outman chased from this game after just 2 2/3 innings. As this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. Guy who's been starting for the Oakland A's, Guillermo Moscoso, into the game. His third appearance. It's 2-0 with a 3.27 earned run average. He's going to go a ways here for Bob Guerin. And it's hitting only at 195 against him. And Mike Cameron is the batter with 2 outs and Lowry at first base as Cameron takes ball 1. Outman leaves responsible for Lowry at first base. So far charged with 5 runs. The Red Sox had 5 hits off him. A walk and a K for the Oakland A's starter before he departs. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Moscoso with major league experience prior to this year with the Texas Rangers, part of 2009 and 2010. Throw over and back is Lowry with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
So far, all fastballs from Moscoso.
Swing and a miss. Gets it right by Cameron to end the 10. Take a 5-4 lead at the end of 3. The A's at one point had a 4-0 advantage, but the Red Sox have taken care of that As we head to the top half of the fourth inning and a new lease on life here for Clay Buchholz. Mark Ellis leads it off for the Athletics. A lot of pitches for Clay, 57 as he starts his fourth inning. Then have a quick third inning, which he needed. Ellis with a single and knocked in 2 runs in the first. Yes, he takes ball 2, 2-0. Mark Ellis been in the big leagues with the A's since 2002. A regular second baseman ever since. It's in there for strike 2-1. '60th pitch of the night for Buchholz, and it's outside, 3-1. Clay coming in with a 4-3 record, 3.41 earned run average. In the air to deep left center field. Back goes Crawford, and Ellsbury at the wall. Ellsbury makes the catch up against the wall. Banged into the wall that made the noise out there, and he's able to make the grab. Mark Ellis is out number 1 of the fourth inning.
Yeah, you could actually hear Ellsbury bang into the wall, or his glove bang into that left field wall. Ball hit very high by Mark Ellis. Ellsbury on the move, gets back to the track, back to the wall, and then the leap, and he picks it right in front of the scoreboard. That ball actually hit his glove, then the scoreboard. That's why you could hear the bang.
One out for Kevin Kuzminoff. This one kicked away there by Saltalamacchia. Now, if you went on sound alone, it sounded like it went off the wall. But into the glove, and the glove hitting the wall out in left center. Able to make the grab for the first out of this fourth inning. Now Kuzminoff lines one at him, and it'll fall in front of Ellsbury. One out single for Kevin Kuzminoff.
Now Kuzminoff struck out on a changeup back in the first inning. This time he gets a Buchholz fastball and takes it up the middle hard with the line drive. It drops in front of Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury backing off just a step to make sure that ball doesn't get by him.
One down, Kuzminoff at first base for Cliff Pennington, who struck out in the second inning. Curveball drops in there for strike 1. 1-1. Tap foul at the plate, and it's 1-2. Buchholz having a tough first inning, but since then has been very good. 4 strikeouts along the way. 1 out here in the fourth inning. Kevin Kuzminoff at first base, held on by Adrian Gonzalez. Foul back, and we'll do it again. 1-2. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. One ball, 2 strikes to Cliff Pennington, batting out of the number 9 spot for the A's. First a check on Kuzminoff, who had to dive back to the bag.
Couple of steals on the season for Kuzminoff at first base. He has not been caught.
This one gets away off the photographer's well, and they will give second base to Kevin Kuzminoff. Error charge to Clay Buchholz.
Well, Buchholz with another pickoff attempt that gets by everybody. And Kuzminoff gets himself in a scoring position here with 1 out on the error by Buchholz.
This one will get away from Saltalamacchia, and now Kuzminoff will take third. So an error and what might be a wild pitch as Kuzminoff at third base with 1 down.
Now that was a very quick trip around the bases for Kuzminoff. The error by Buchholz, now the wild pitch. And all of a sudden he's standing at third base with a 1 out. Red Sox pull the infield in.
Two and two, the count to Cliff Pennington. And he taps it foul. Buchholz would love to have something here that does not involve contact. We could pick up his 5th K, and now would be a good time. '70th pitch of the night for Clay Buchholz. Pennington fouls it off and hangs tough here, 2 and 2. I want to remind you to follow the Red Sox with MLB.com at bat 11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at bat 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details. 2 and 2 to Cliff Pennington, tying run 90 feet away for the A's. And time called. Buchholz bats off. Just outside, framed by Saltalamacchia, full count.
Now Buchholz trying that turnover fastball away from Pennington and just misses the outside corner.
Top of the A's order waiting on deck in Coco Crisp, but here's pitch number 9 of the at-bat for Pennington. And it's fouled off. Ball 4, and he loses Pennington on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. There's the second walk given up by Buchholz, and it's 1st and 3rd with 1 down. Want to see the new kids on the block and Backstreet Boys perform at Fenway Park? Well, here's your last chance. A limited number of seats were just released for next Saturday night's sold-out show at Fenway Park. These two pop sensations have dominated the music scene for over 3 decades. Aiming to please these guys, and giving concert goers and die-hard fans everywhere the ultimate night out experience. Visit etix.com right now to get your tickets. One out, first and third. And Coco Crisp standing in. There's strike one over the outside corner. Coco fouled out to third baseman Kevin Youkilis in the first, who struck out looking in the second inning. 0 for 2 tonight. In there for strike two, 0-2. Mark Ellis flying out to begin the inning, back to the wall as Ellsbury made the catch. Kuzmanov single, an error charge to Buchholz. A wild pitch gets Kuzmanov to third. Pennington then walks, so runners at the corners, one out, as they prepare to try to get Coco Crisp out here. He's jumped ahead of him 0-2. Coco jumping out of the way, and it was almost strike three. 1-2.
They got him on a fastball the last time up on the outside corner. This time he tries to go inside and just misses the inside corner against Coco Crisp.
Coco fouls it off, hangs it 1-2. We're in the top of the fourth inning from Fenway Park. A's had a 4-0 advantage after half an inning. Red Sox getting 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third to take a 5-4 lead. But it's in jeopardy right now as the A's are threatening. First and third, 1 out in their half of the fourth inning. Crisp lines it foul. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Which former Red Sox pitcher did Coco Crisp hit his first home run off as an Athletic? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later. Crisp fouls off another, and it's 1-2. This pitch count is rising now for Buchholz with just 1 out in the fourth inning. This will be his 80th pitch of the night. So 10 pitches to Cliff Pennington, and this will be the 7th of the at-bat coming up for Coco Crisp. On the ground to first base, Gonzalez will touch first, comes home with it, and not in time. Had to be a tag play, and sliding in is Kuzmanov to tie the game 5-5. That's the out on Crisp, but comes home with it late, and the A's tie it up.
Well, a couple of options there for Gonzalez. One was to go to second base and try to get that 3-6-3 double play, which might have been tough to do with Coco. He tags first base and then tries to go home, but it's going to be too late. There's the tag, the throw, and the runner in safely at home.
So runner at second and Cliff Pennington now 2 down in the inning. David DeJesus has been on twice for the A's. As Kurt Young on the phone to the pen. Pitch count getting up there. This one grounded foul. Buchholz, who threw 98 pitches in his last outing. And just joining the Red Sox, Tommy Hotovy added to the Major League roster up from the Paw Sox. Red Sox placing Rich Hill in the 15-day DL today with left elbow strain. And to make room for Hotovy on the 40-man roster, the club transferred Daisuke Matsuzaka to the 60-day DL. And Hotovy is up in the pen. 0-1 is grounded foul. Saw him a few times during spring training. Terry Francona talking about him before the game. He said that baseball operations said that this was the guy that was the most ready at this point at this time. And you got a feel for Rich Hill. We talked about him before the game. The fact that he kind of found his niche here in the pen for the Red Sox, been so successful. And placed on the DL and maybe facing Tommy John surgery. There is strike 3 to David DeJesus. But the A's get a run, tie the game 5-5. The fourth inning. Oakland A's able to get a run in the top half of this inning to tie the game. And it's Jared Saltalamacchia, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Dustin Pedroia to face Guillermo Moscoso, who came into the game in the third inning in relief of the starter for the A's tonight, Josh Outman, who will end up with a no decision. The A's tying the game, and it lasted just 2 2/3. Saltalamacchia struck out but reached on a pass ball in the second inning. Well, the swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Moscoso came into the game and struck out Mike Cameron to end the third inning. Buchholz Dismayed so far with his performance. 83 pitches through 4 innings in this game. 5 runs. 2-1 is tap foul. 2-2. Right out of the gate, allowing 4 runs to the Oakland A's tonight in the first. It's on 5 hits. Swing and a miss. Saltalamacchia strikes out. Second strikeout for Moscoso. 1 down.
Moscoso with a couple of changeups prior to that fastball at about 91 miles an hour past Saltalamacchia.
So 1 out in the 4th. Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Singled in the first and stole a base. A sacrifice fly in the 2nd inning, picking up his 28th RBI of the year. Takes ball 1 away. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. John Dennis and Jerry Callahan don't have nearly as many Twitter followers as the Rem Dog does, but it doesn't mean you can't follow them every weekday morning starting at 6 on the WEEI Sports Radio Network. It's Dennis and Callahan, Boston's #1 morning show on Sports Radio WEEI, and also right here on Nesson.
Exactly right.
Well,
exactly right.
1-2 pitches. Missing inside. How many more do they need to catch you?
I don't know how many they have, but I know that I'll be hitting the 100,000 mark very shortly.
Wow. So every time you Twitter something, that many people get to hear what you have to say.
Exactly.
That's exciting.
Very exciting.
2-2 is fouled off.
If I'd have known about your boat mishap this morning, and everybody would have known right away.
I really didn't want anybody to know, but I made the mistake of sharing it.
You should not share anything in this booth. I still have to call out the fruit.
Consider myself a man's man. Almost died in a paddle boat. This is going to foul right above the Red Sox dugout.
Let me ask you this: when you go on a paddle boat and do a little fishing, do you bring a lunch with you?
Yes. That was the thing. I had a little cooler. I had a nice little lunch.
So you got too much stuff in that little boat.
That was part of the problem.
Yeah.
I had chips and a sandwich, a cooler. I had my tackle box, my fishing rod, and I was taking on water like you wouldn't believe.
You wear a wetsuit?
No. It just popped up. Kuzmanov, foul ground, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. But I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was a good 100 yards from shore. That was the problem. Had I been near shore, I would have just said, okay, well, it can't get that bad. But then I started taking on water, and the front started tipping. The wind, the water was coming in, and I'm in my paddle boat sinking quickly and realizing I'm in real trouble out here in the middle of this lake.
With nobody around to rescue you.
Nobody would have known. So.
That's it. That's it. You live a dangerous life.
It was right on the edge, you know.
Right on the edge. Well, I wish I'd have known that, because I would have tweeted that today.
But I made it, and here I am. Dustin Pedroia is 0 for 2 as he takes strike 1 over the outside corner.
How much is seriously, how much is a rowboat?
Probably less than $1,000.
Only you can swing that.
But I like my paddleboat. I really do.
Yeah, but now that it's taken on water.
You just can't go by yourself. That's the thing. I didn't know that. This is to right. DeJesus comes in, makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3. 4th inning for Moscoso. A 5-5 game. local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. Top of the 5th inning back at Fenway Park. Game tied 5-5. Clay Buchholz dealing with Josh Willingham to begin things here in the 5th. He grounds one foul and out of play. He's enjoyed one 1-2-3 inning in tonight's game. That was the 3rd inning. Willingham has been on twice, reaching on a single and a fielder's choice. Teams immediately around the Red Sox are both on the West Coast tonight. I mentioned the Yankees will be in Los Angeles to take on the Angels. The Tampa Bay Rays are in Seattle to take on the Mariners. So late night baseball for both those teams. 1-1 is missing for ball 2. Von Novo will be on the mound tonight for the Yankees against Jared Weaver. Andy Sonnenstein goes for Tampa Bay against Jason Vargas for the Mariners. 2-1 is hit high in the air to left. Crawford going back at the wall. That ball is up off the wall. Crawford's will run it down here. The ricochet up over his head. As Carl finally grabs it, Willingham's got a wall ball double to start this 5th inning.
That's the 2nd time in this game he's got an inside fastball, and he's done something with it. For a base hit. This time it's for a wall ball double right down that left field line, just above the scoreboard, up over the head of Crawford. And Willingham, who had never faced Clay Buchholz, 2 for 3 against him tonight.
Well, action in the Red Sox pen again. Hottovy was up last inning. It's Atchison who's up this inning. Just starting to warm up for Terry Francona in the pen right now. Zeki Matsui reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st and scored, then struck out in the 3rd. That's away, 2-0. To center field. Ellsbury started in. Now he's got to back up to make the grab in front of the track. Tagging is Willingham and going to 3rd base on the long fly out from Matsui to straightaway center. Go ahead run now 90 feet away with 1 out for the A's. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow afternoon as the A's and Red Sox play game 2 of their series with the first pitch scheduled for 1:10 to accommodate the Bruins-Canucks game at night. Trevor Cahill gets the ball for Oakland after he's starting the season 6-0. He lost his last 3 decisions. Josh Beckett takes the mound for Boston, coming off his first loss since his first start of the season. Comes in, however, with an ERA of just 1.80. Since live coverage begins at noon with Red Sox first pitch. Willingham at 3rd base, 1 out, infield in all the way around. And a chance here for Kurt Suzuki to put the A's back on top again. Swing and a miss. Kind of changed his mind in the middle.
Of course, everybody who watched that hockey game the other night, what a tremendous game that was, of course, until right at the end.
Last 19 seconds weren't quite as good.
No.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
I couldn't find it right away. I went to
Really?
Versus.
Yes, no, NBC.
Yeah, then I figured out it was on NBC after that, you know.
Had a little bit of everything.
Speaking of that, NBC Sports is really going to miss Dick Ebersol.
No doubt about that.
Boy, what a shocker that was.
That game had everything. Biting, had it all.
Yeah, how about that, biting?
In the dirt outside, and it's 1-2. Suzuki with his single in the first, flied out to right in the third. He's got a runner at third, one down here in the fifth. Popped up. Foul ground. Charging over is Saltalamacchia, and he makes the catch. And racing to cover home plate. There's both Buchholz and Youkilis as they took a look at home plate. Nobody was there as Saltalamacchia is running over to make the catch.
Yeah, and it actually dropped. Saltalamacchia dropped the ball, but it was after he made the catch. It was on the transfer from the glove to the throwing hand. Watch Saltalamacchia here make the catch, secures it, and then on the transfer it drops it. But the out call was still made. And then everybody's scrambling to get to home plate.
So 2 down. Willingham still at third base. Infield can move back now. The 2 outs, and Derek Barton stands in 1 for 2. Well, the pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. For Clay Buchholz, 4 2/3. 5 runs, 4 of them are earned. He's thrown 95 pitches with 2 outs here in the fifth. Strike one, 1-1. Not been a real comfortable outing for Clay Buchholz. A lot of pitches. He's had to deal with a lot of base runners in this game. This is outside, 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Mark Ellis waiting on deck. Derek Barton has been with the A's since 2007. Coming over from the Cardinals, Kiko Calero and Dan Herron for Mark Mulder back in 04. 2-2. He is on the ground into right field, a base hit. In from third comes Willingham. And the Oakland A's take a 6-5 lead, and back and forth we go. And that will be the night for Clay Buchholz, who was just a pitch shy of 100 in the game, as he gives up his 6th run in this game with 2 outs in the 5th. Scott Atchison has been warming up in the pen. He'll be coming in 6-5. A's on top.
Your tickets now at foxwoods.com.
6-5, Oakland on top of Boston with 2 outs here in the 5th. And Derek Barton at first base. New pitcher Scott Atchison, his 7th appearance, no record. 5.11 earned run average. Logged 12 1/3 innings. Opponent's hitting at .333 against him. And in for Clay Buchholz with 1 on, 2 outs here in the 5th. There is ball 1 to Mark Ellis. Ellis singled in the first, flied out to the warning track in center field in the 4th. 1 for 290. With that single in the first, knocked in 2 runs for the A's, who at one point in this game had a 4-0 lead, then trailed 5-4. Well, they lead it now 6-5 as they continue to bat in the 5th. Clay Buchholz throws 99 pitches in his 4 2/3. The second time this year that Clay Buchholz has failed to go 5 complete innings. This is on the ground to third. Youkilis will go to second base. The force out will end things in the 5th. But the Oakland A's score another run and take a 6-5 lead. Oakland on top 6-5 as the Red Sox come to bat here in the last half of the 5th inning to face Guillermo Moscoso, who has come into this game in relief and quieted the Red Sox offense. He's faced 4 batters and retired them all. 2 strikeouts, and he's got to go through the heart of the Red Sox order here in the 5th. Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz. Adrian grounded out to second base in the 1st inning, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Center field and a base hit for Adrian Gonzalez. His first hit of the night. First base runner against Guillermo Moscoso.
Gonzalez on a changeup takes it back up the middle to extend a mini hitting streak now to 4 games. That ball on the outside part of the plate, but Gonzalez hooking it into center field for the base hit.
Adrian at first for Kevin Youkilis, who's been aboard twice tonight. Double in the first, a walk in the third. He has scored twice already as he takes strike one. Fouled off 0-2. Clay Buchholz does not get through the fifth inning. Ends up going 4 2/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 5, and threw 99 pitches. And a frustrating outing for him. Oakland A's got to him for 4 runs right out of the gate in the first inning. Buchholz right now on the hook. Red Sox trailing 6-5, batting in the fifth. Youkilis lifts it down the right field line. On the run is DeJesus, but that will end up back into the seats and foul. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. These are just some of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Leonard first with nobody out here for the Red Sox in the fifth. Youkilis pops it up. Foul ground. Barton on his way over, but it's back into the crowd. And Youkilis will get another chance. To right and in for a base hit. Gonzalez had to wait. He takes second base. Back-to-back hits for the Red Sox to begin the bottom of the fifth.
Oh, what nice 2-strike hitting there by Kevin Youkilis. No balls, 2 strikes, got a fastball down in the zone, down and away, and just goes with it to the opposite field. Flick of the wrist to the opposite field for Kevin Youkilis. You see Gonzalez holding up to make sure it's not caught in the air. So the Red Sox have a couple of runners with nobody out.
There's David Ortiz with 2 on, nobody out here in the fifth. David is 2 for 2 in the game, a single and a double. He's driven in 2 already. And he pops it up foul, back and out of play. The 2 RBIs tonight, now 30 on the season for David Ortiz. Outfield set up deep and straight away. It's outside, 1-1. Moscoso, 27 years of age, from Venezuela. Mentioned his previous major league experience, parts of 2 years with the Texas Rangers. 30th pitch. And Ortiz fooled on it, 1-2. The changeup.
And a very good changeup from Moscoso. Keeps it down out of the strike zone, and the off balance front foot swing right there by David Ortiz.
Fouled off, will do it again, 1-2. Jed Lowry waiting on deck. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ball 2, 2-2. Outside, ball 3, full count.
Tries that changeup again on back-to-back pitches. Not tempting for David Ortiz. Too far outside.
Swing and a miss. Strikes him out for the first out of the 5th inning, and again it's the change.
3 straight changeups from Moscoso. And the final one does get David Ortiz to strike out. So David saw plenty of those in that at-bat.
Two singles and a strikeout now for Moscoso. It tries to grab his bearings here after the first 2 reach to begin the inning. Here is Jed Lowry, who has popped out to second base and singled to drive in a run in the 3rd. Ball 1. Lowry with that base hit in the 3rd has extended his hitting streak to 5 games. They're trying to do some more damage here in the 5th inning with the Red Sox trailing by a run. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Josh Outman, the starter tonight for the Athletics, lasted just 2 2/3 innings. He had 5 hits, the 5 runs the Red Sox have, a walk and a K. But not part of the decision. Moscoso came in the 3rd. 1 out, 2 on, and a 1-1 to Jed Lowry. Ball 2. There's a strike over the inside corner, 2-2. Popped up. Back of first, Derek Barton standing in foul ground, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the 5th. With 2 down in the inning, let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, during spring training, you may remember we showed you Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Youkilis, and Carl Crawford all designing special jerseys and T-shirts that really represent who they are. Well, today those jerseys and T-shirts were unveiled at the Red Sox team store earlier today, and all the players really took pride in designing them themselves. Youkilis wanted to go with an American pride theme to his shirt with his Hits for Kids logo on it. Gonzalez wanted to emphasize his religious beliefs in his design, and Crawford wanted an old-school Negro League style jersey. They also made personal T-shirts. You can see them right there. And the T-shirts are available in the team store for fans to buy. And Don, I'm so happy to hear that you are okay after that harrowing paddle boat experience.
Thank you, Heidi. Throw to second base. Kevin Youkilis is out, and so are the Red Sox. Through 5 from Fenway. A's on top 6-5. On top of the Red Sox, started off like a promising inning for the Red Sox. First two reached bottom of the fifth, but they cannot score. It's ground ball to deep third. Youkilis long throw there in time to retire Kevin Kuzminoff for the first out, the sixth. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. 6-5. The Oakland A's lead it here with one out in the sixth inning. And Cliff Pennington, the shortstop for the Athletics, his third at bat of the game. And his first look tonight at Scott Atchison, who came into the game in the fifth. And there for a strike. There is action in the pen. Tommy Hotovy, who was up earlier, is back up again, the new addition to the Red Sox. And Bobby Jenks. 1-1. Broken back grounder towards short. Lowry gets it, fires it to first, 2 down.
Barrel of the bat out near Atchison. Ground ball to Jed Lowry. Gets that second out of the inning. So Atchison looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Wow, that's a weapon right there.
Craig Breslow is up for the Oakland A's. 2 down in the sixth inning for Coco Crisp. He's 0 for 3 in the game from the top spot in the order for the A's. Crisp fouled out in the first, struck out in the second, and grounded out in the fourth. And there for strike one to Crisp. Time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. Which former Red Sox pitcher did Coco Crisp hit his first home run off as an Athletic? And the answer is Bronson Arroyo. June 22nd. Crisp missed all 2 days of the first 2 months of the season last year with the injury, and after playing those 2 games went right back on the DL. This is into right for a base hit. Cameron over quickly to grab it, but Crisp is aboard with a 2-out single. First time he's been on tonight.
And he becomes an immediate threat to run. Coco gets the cut fastball here from Scott Atchison, puts it on the line in right field. 17 steals on the season for Crisp, and out comes Terry Francona.
So Tito will make the change as Tommy Hotovy makes his way in. 6-5 Oakland.
Amica Insurance, it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. We'll take a look at two Clay Buchholz strikeouts, a changeup to Kuzminoff for a strikeout, then a fastball with DeJesus on the inside corner. Strikeouts on the night.
6-5, Oakland on top, 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning, and the major league debut for Tommy Hotovy here for the Red Sox, selected today and placed on the 40-man roster, brought up here to the Red Sox. And a look at his combined numbers between AA Portland and AAA Pawtucket in 14 games. A record of 1.67 earned run average, 5 walks to 28 Ks, and opponents only hitting at 168. 29 years old. As mentioned, we saw him a few times in spring training. 4th round pick by the Red Sox in 2004. And makes his major league debut right now as he fires to first base. And back to the bag is Coco Crisp.
He also drops down to the side like Rich Hill.
Attended Wichita State University. It is pro debut in 2004 with the Lowell Spinners. David DeJesus batting. There goes Crisp. The pitch is missing for a ball, and Coco steals second base.
That's what you like when you're on the offense, especially with 2 outs. Get to second base as quickly as possible and give the hitter an opportunity to, get some pitches to work with. Coco jumping on that first pitch and going.
.1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. On the ground right side, Pedroia slips to his right, grabs it, and fires to first for the out. That ends the top of the 6th inning. 5.5 done, 6-5 Oakland. Ness and Daily, presented by Sunlight Financial. We'll have a full preview of Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final as the Bruins look to even the series at 1 apiece. Tomorrow in Vancouver, Shaquille O'Neal discusses his retirement, plus Patriots quarterback Tom Brady talks about the NFL lockout. All this and much more on Ness and Daily tonight following our Red Sox coverage only on NESN. Well, Moscoso is ready to go, but Craig Breslow has been called upon after Moscoso warmed up to begin this inning. So we'll step aside with the pitching change. Oakland A's on top 6-5. Six to 5, the Oakland A's on top of the Red Sox here in the last half of the 6th inning. J.D. Drew leading it off. And Drew grounds one softly to first base, and Barton bobbles it, and Drew will reach. So pinch hitting for Mike Cameron to begin this 6th inning, and he reaches as Barton drops the baseball.
Well, the Red Sox have got a couple of breaks tonight from the defense of the Oakland Athletics. They have to take advantage of those. There's the backhanded attempt by Barton. Drops the ball, and Drew's going to be safe at first base. For Barton, that'll be his 7th error of the season. J.D. Drew was introduced into the game. That's why you saw the pitching change. They had introduced Drew to pinch hit for Cameron. Then Bob Guerin came out to make the pitching change to bring in the left-hander.
Guillermo Moscoso goes 2 1/3, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and Craig Breslow now into the game. Breslow's 26th appearance, 0-2 with a 3.63 earned run average. 15 strikeouts and 22 1/3. Opponents are hitting at .306 against Craig Breslow. Breslow last year with the A's, 75 appearances, 4-4 with a 3.01 earned run average. Also a member of the Red Sox in 06. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. There's action in the pen behind Breslow. Right-hander warming Michael Wirtz. Craig Breslow, a graduate of Yale University back in 2002. And again, a member of the Red Sox in 2006. 0-2 is grounded left side. Kuzminoff goes to second for 1, on to first for 2. Double play and a nice stretch at first by Derek Barton. 2 down.
Well, the Red Sox don't take advantage of the error as the ground ball goes to Kuzminoff. The throw's going to be a little bit off target, but look at that stretch by Barton at first base. Looked like a gymnast.
So 2 down here in the 6th inning. Base is empty for Jacoby Ellsbury. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. Sac fly in the second. He fouled out in the 4th, and he takes strike 1. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Breslow, born in New Haven, Connecticut, resides in Trumbull, Connecticut during the offseason. The A's got him off waivers from the Minnesota Twins in May of 2009. Ellsbury fouls it off, protecting the plate. Well, on this week's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show with Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance, Peter Gammons highlights locals who may get picked in this year's draft, talks to Kurt Young, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show Sunday at noon before Sox-A's coverage.
Heidi almost got clocked with that foul ball and went ricocheting back down toward her area. I think she was saved down there by Marky Mark.
1-2. Ellsbury reaches out, fouls it again, this time back into the seats. Outfield straight away on Jacoby Ellsbury. Batting with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Red Sox trailing by a run. Trailed by 4 runs at one point in this game and had a 5-4 lead. Just outside, 2-2. This one is fouled off. We're talking about Breslow going to Yale University. You know what he got his degree in? Molecular biophysics and biochemistry from Yale University.
I know that very well. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Specialized in stem cell research. 2-2 is chopped foul. Could have gone to medical school, but his theory was that he can do that some other time. Can't play baseball all the time, so might as well do it now. It's always time for medical school later.
He's got a few options that you and I don't have.
Yes. We're sort of limited. Two. This is popped up. Possible play for Kuzminov. Front of his own dugout. He makes it in foul ground to end the 6th inning. We head to the 7th at 6-5 Oakland. Performs the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Well, it's on to the top of the 7th inning. 6-5, Oakland A's on top of the Red Sox. J.D. Drew stays in the game after he pinch hit for Mike Cameron and takes over defensively in right. Red Sox move on to their 4th pitcher of the night. Bobby Jenks into the game, his 13th appearance, 1-2. The high 8.38 earned run average. He is fresh off the DL and back into the pen for the Red Sox. Scored the 8th inning in his first outing after returning from the DL on Tuesday against his old team, the White Sox. Been activated prior to the game on Tuesday night. Originally went on the DL with a right bicep strain back on May the 2nd. Had 2 rehab outings with the Pawtucket Red Sox. And a first pitch strike to Josh Willingham, who leads it off here in the top of the 7th inning for the A's. 7 of 12 outings on the year for Jenks have been scoreless. There is strike 2, 0-2. Noticed a problem in his delivery, which he felt kind of led to the bicep problem that placed him on the DL. And was starting to figure it out right before he went on the DL, and now coming back off of it, trying to refine that delivery a little bit. The 0-2 pitch. It was fouled off. 97 that time from Jenks.
So far, all fastballs from Bobby Jenks. And as Don mentioned, topping out at 97 on that last fastball of Willingham. Try a slider.
In the dirt, 1-2. There is action for the Oakland A's. They had a right-hander up, and Joey Devine. One-two pitch from Bobby Jenks to Josh Willingham. And it's up top for ball 2, 2-2. Scott Atchison came on in relief with Clay Buchholz in the 5th inning. He went an inning plus. And we saw the major league debut of Tommy Hotovy. Went a third to get the final out of the 6th inning, and David DeJesus. The bullpen is not allowed to run. The 6 runs the A's have charged to Clay Buchholz tonight at 4 2/3 innings. Bounced in, ball 3, full count. Jenks had been ahead 0-2. And on a line quickly to the corner as Crawford goes over to play it. Heading for second is Willingham. The throw is not going to be in time, and it's a double to begin the 7th inning for Josh Willingham off Bobby Jenks.
He's had a big night, 3 for 4 tonight. All of his hits coming on fastballs, a single and 2 doubles. This time the fastball pretty much stays inside again. That's where most of the hits have been coming from Willingham, on fastballs on the middle in part of the plate.
Willingham at second base, nobody out for Hideki Matsui. 0 for 3 in the game. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning and came around to score the 2nd A's run. There's strike 1 as Jenks starts off ahead. This is line down the right field line, foul. We're talking about Matsui of the Yomiuri Giants back in the day when he first broke into baseball. And he wore the number 55 there because the Giants were hopeful that he'd be able to break the record of the great Sadahara O's single season record in Japan, which was 55 home runs. And to this day, he wears the number 55. Jenks again ahead 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. It gets away as he strikes out, and he'll be tagged out by Saltalamacchia. No advance for Willingham. First strikeout for Jenks, one down here in the 7th.
Now, very good curveball from Bobby Jenks. That completely fools Matsui. That ball never really a strike. Nice block by Saltalamacchia. He just tags Matsui, who decides not to run down to first base. First base was unoccupied.
One out runner at second base for Kurt Suzuki. He singled in the first inning and scored. Since then, he's flied out to right, fouled out. Takes ball one. First time Jenks has been behind. Runner takes off for third. Jenks throws to third, and they're going to charge him with a balk. So he will get third. Jenks stepped off and went towards second base and then changed direction and went to third. He's charged with a balk, and he is yelling in the direction of Brian Gorman, the third base umpire. The crew chief made the balk call.
I think what he did, Don, is he swung that foot around the rubber first and then stepped off. Let's take another look. Watch the left foot. Does it come around the rubber first? Yes, and then steps off. And that's where they all call a balk at the same time.
So he was headed home with that pitch. Probably heard guys yelling that he was taking off.
Exactly. You got to back off the rubber with that right foot first, and then you're all set to be able to make that play. But that time, I think he was caught by surprise, and the balk called.
Fourth balk for Red Sox pitching this season. And now Willingham is 90 feet away. Red Sox bring that infield in with one out. So 1-0 to Kurt Suzuki. And it's down low, 2-0. Well, after a tough loss to the Canucks in Game 1, the Bruins look to even up the series tomorrow night. Join Catherine, Barry, Brick, and Nauko at 6:30 for a special 90-minute edition of Bruins Face-Off Live. And come back to Nesson after the game for Bruins Overtime Live. Nesson's coverage of the quest for the Cup is presented by Miller Lite. Josh Willingham at third base, one out in the 7th inning. Kurt Suzuki ahead in the count, 2-0. And Suzuki takes ball 3. Ball 4 and down to first base on 4 pitches goes Kurt Suzuki. And it's first and third now with one out. Nobody warming behind Bobby Jenks in the pen.
Red Sox middle infield is looking like they're going to go back into double play depth, with Martin coming to the plate and Saltalamacchia throwing out signs on what he will do with the baseball in case there's an attempt in double steal.
Derek Barton has 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. 2 for 3 night. The Oakland A's first baseman. Throw to first, and back is Suzuki. Suzuki has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt. This is on the ground towards short. Lowry will go to second for 1, on to first for 2. Big double play. 6-5, Athletics on top of the Red Sox. Let's check in with your need to know and Randy Scott. Sox did turn to Frank Webb's Bat Centers, the showroom. FW Webb. Find a showroom near you at frankwebb.com. 6-5, the Oakland A's on top, and the Red Sox keeping this a 1-run game on a double play that ended last inning.
Yeah, very nice double play turned by the Red Sox. Look how far away Lowry is from the bag, and he still gives that underhand flip to Pedroia, who turns it over. That's a long way from second base for an underhand flip, but he had something on it. And the Red Sox complete the double play to get out of trouble.
The A's will use their third pitcher of the game as Joey Devine comes into the game, his 8th appearance. He's not given up a run in 6 2/3 innings. The opponent batting average only at .091 against Devine. He's now gone 33 games, 33 innings without allowing an earned run.
Now, Tommy John surgery has been the surgery of the day, and this Devine missed 2009 and 2010 with Tommy John surgery.
Swing and a miss for Pedroia, and it is 0-2. Red Sox have Matt Albers and Daniel Bard up in the pen. We've already seen Atchison, Hottovy, and Jenks in relief, and Jenks inducing that double play to end the top of the 7th inning. Devine's 0-2 is on the ground to third. Kuzmanov's throw is in time for out number 1 of the 7th. I want to remind you that immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live at TC Peter and Heidi. We'll get a breakdown of Clay Buchholz's outing, including his take on tonight's performance. Plus, he'll have the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. So coming up right after the game on WB Mason, Extra Innings Live. One out in the 7th for Adrian Gonzalez. Singled his last time up. As an RBI tonight, 1 for 3 in the game. This is in the air down the left field line. On the run is Kuzminov, but it's back into the seats. If you're thinking about a home run off Joey Devine to tie this game, it's not as easy as you might think. He's not allowed a home run this season and now has gone 68 games and 66 2/3 innings. 263 batters without giving up a home run. The last home run he allowed was April 7th of 2006 at San Francisco as Moises Alou was able to get a home run. So it's been a while. 1-1 misses inside.
Well, he's overdue.
Yes, he is. 2-1 pitch. He's outside 3-1. This is fouled off, full count. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. One out in the 7th inning as they enjoy the game out there. This one is sent foul. Joey Devine might be the best pitcher in the major leagues, Jerry, the more I look at some of these numbers. Incredible. He hasn't given a home run since 2006.
So remember, he missed 2009 and 10.
Right, so there's 2 years that he missed, but still, he's now gone 33 games and 33 innings without allowing an earned run. It is the longest run right now in the majors. This is in the air to left field. Adrian Gonzalez deep and far to the wall, and it's off the wall. Caroms to the center fielder, Crisp. The throw to second is not in time. Gonzalez has got a one-out double.
Now, Red Sox left-handers have been wearing out that left field wall tonight. Ortiz going in that direction earlier in the ball game. And now Gonzalez picks up his second hit. First hit was up the middle of line drive, this time off that left field wall. The Red Sox have the tying run in scoring position at second base.
Safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. Swing and a miss for Kevin Youkilis. He's been on base 3 times tonight, 2 hits and a walk for Youkilis. Going away 1-1. Youkilis did not go, says Tony Randazzo, first base umpire, 2-1.
A nice block there by Suzuki, the catcher. Very difficult pitch to block, but he did, and he kept Gonzalez at second base. As the slider, it comes back to him a little bit, and he's able to soften it up and keep Gonzalez at second.
Youkilis gets hit again. He'll head down to first base. Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out.
Fastball running back in on Youkilis, gets him on the thigh.
So it also got home plate umpire Dan Bellino.
Ooh, right in the neck.
Seventh time Youkilis has been hit this season. Ron Romanek, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Devine. He was giving up a double and hit a batter, 1 out in the 7th. Now, Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. 1 out in the 7th, 2 on, and David Ortiz has 2 hits tonight and 2 runs driven in, single and a double, as Ortiz takes strike 1. Ball 1, 1-1. Gonzalez doubled. He's at second. Youkilis hit by a pitch. He's at first. Ortiz takes ball 2. Ball 3, low and away.
Trying to tease David Ortiz with these sinking fastballs away, hoping he'll try to pull it and pull it into a double play. So far, Ortiz has laid off those pitches.
Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Well, the play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. On Sunday, David Ortiz provided the drama pinch hitting in the 9th inning of a tie game. Ortiz took Detroit closer Jose Valverde deep for his 4th career pinch hit home run. It was the difference in Boston's 4-3 win over the Tigers. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Well, the base is now loaded. Red Sox trailing by a run. A double, a hit batter, and a walk, with 1 out in the inning, and Jed Lowry with a chance to at least tie this game as he swings and fouls it back. Jed singled and knocked in a run back in the 3rd, a 1-for-3 night. Gonzalez at 3rd, Youkilis at 2nd, Ortiz at 1st, 1 down. 1-1. And Fuentes warming in the pen right now. Crawford waits on deck with 1 out. Breaking ball away, 2-1. Jed Lowry 1-for-5 in this category this year. As out to talk it over here now is Kurt Suzuki. Fuentes is warming very early in this game, and it has been an interesting year for him. Bob Guerin's used him in a bunch of different situations, and it was a bit of a topic out there in Oakland and for Fuentes, just not sure when he's going to be used. And here he is warming in the 7th inning right now. 2-1. Is fouled off to the left out of play, 2-2. And Andrew Bailey, who is activated for him, is available, activated, reinstated from the DL on Sunday. Normal closer for him. Fuentes had 11 saves this season, ranking 7th in the American League. Here's Andrew Bailey. 2-2 is popped up into shallow left. Willingham coming in. Left fielder makes the catch, and Lowry cannot get anybody to advance. 2 down. So a big out for Joey Devine.
And we'll probably see Fuentes now because Kyle Crawford is coming to the plate.
They will go and get him with the game 6-5. A's on top. 2 outs in the 7th. Powered by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. Well, Joey Devine departs, responsible for the men on, and there are 3 of them. He gets 2 outs in the 7th inning before Bob Guerin goes to get Brian Fuentes. His 27th appearance, a 1-7 record, a 4.44 earned run average. As a closer, who's 11 out of 13. And opponents hitting at 242 against Fuentes. He comes in here with 2 outs, and the bases filled with Red Sox. Adrian Gonzalez at third base. Kevin Youkilis is over at second, and David Ortiz at first, with Carl Crawford coming up, and the Red Sox trailing by a run. Crawford 0 for 3 in the game tonight. Rolling away, and a nice play by Suzuki to his left. Crawford is 1 for 5 in his career against Fuentes. But ahead, 2-0.
Fuentes trying to pick up that outside corner on fastballs on the first 2 pitches, but missing. Advantage now to Crawford.
Tying run 90 feet away. Red Sox batting with 2 down in the 7th inning. Strike over the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
It's kind of where you think Crawford be looking on that 2-0 count. Instead takes it on the inside part of the plate.
Outside, 3-1.
Same situation here as the 2-0.
Bases loaded, 2 down in the 7th inning. Fenway stands as one as Brian Fuentes with the 3-1 pitch. Crawford takes strike 2, and again it's in that same familiar spot. Three-two pitch. Crawford will bloop one back a second into center field. From third comes Gonzalez. Youkilis is behind him. Red Sox take a 7-6 lead.
Well, finally Crawford gets another pitch on the inside part of the plate, and this time just shoots it into center field. The advantage went to Crawford immediately in that at bat when Fuentes fell behind. 2 balls and no strikes. A broken bat single by Kyle Crawford to drive in 2 runs.
So first and third now, 2 down in the 7th inning. Chance for Drew now to do more damage. JD pinch hit in the 6th inning. As he takes ball 1, he reached on an error by Derek Barton in the 6th. Took over for Mike Cameron, who had been 0 for 2 tonight. Drew is 1 for 5 in his career against Fuentes. And Drew chops one towards Ellis at second base. Will go to first for the out. That ends the inning, but the Red Sox score twice and take the lead at the end of 7-6 Boston. First inning against Clay Buchholz. This with plate 2, and the Oakland A's scored 4 times in the first, but the Red Sox come back and tie the score 4-4 as David Ortiz is able to double in the tying run. Oakland A's led it 6-5 when Carl Crawford came to the plate with the bases loaded, and Brian Fuentes gives up this broken bat single to center. That scores Adrian Gonzalez and Kevin Youkilis, and the Red Sox are taking a 7-6 lead. And Carl Crawford with a big hit. RBIs 22 and 23 in the year. As the Red Sox enjoy a 1-run lead. They bring on another pitcher as Mark Ellis takes ball 1 away from Daniel Bard. 27th appearance for Bard, 1-4. with a 3.29 earned run average, 28 Ks and 27 1/3. Opponents only hitting at 189. Gets the corner this time, and it's 1-1, 98 miles an hour. Bobby Jenks is the pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox as he works the 7th inning, giving up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Sliders in there for strike 2, 1-2.
Daniel Bond with the breaking ball that picks up the inside corner. Had Ellis jumping back just a little bit.
There's another, and it misses inside that time, 2-2. Action for the A's in the pen. Wirtz is up. He had been up earlier in the game and back warming up again. In the air to shallow right. Drew coming in. JD has got it sized up for out number 1 of the 8th. I want to remind you that coming up after the game, it's Granite City Electric's Red Sox final with TC, Peter, and Heidi. Get the final word from Fenway and a preview of tomorrow's pitching matchup between Josh Beckett and Trevor Cahill, plus all the highlights from around the majors. It's coming up right after the game, only on Nesson. 1 out in the 8th for Kevin Kuzminoff. He singled in the 4th inning and scored a run, a 1-for-3 night. This is going to be Ryan Sweeney who is going to bat here for Kuzminoff as he pinch hits with 1 out in the 8th. Kuzminoff had been 1-for-3 in the game, but it's Sweeney who bats. 3-0-1. No homers and 5 runs batted in. One fouled off, 1-1. So Buchholz not part of the decision now tonight. He had been on the hook until the Red Sox pulled ahead. The 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning off the bat of Carl Crawford. They're going 4 2/3 and charged with 6 runs, 5 earned. 1-1 tap foul. Ball 2, 2-2.
Hard mixing and matching his pitches right now. Fastball, sliders. Back to the fastball.
And it's hit on the ground to first base. Gonzalez guarding the line will flip to Bard. 2 down in the 8th. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. So pitch hitter Ryan Sweeney grounds out. 2 down in the 8th. And Cliff Pennington is coming up. Struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, grounded out to short in the 6th inning. Line into right center field. Just out of the reach of Dustin Pedroia, leaping up and to his right. It's a 2-out base hit for Cliff Pennington, his first hit of the night.
Second time he's been on base. He walked back in the 4th inning. Now a 2-out base hit off the fastball of Daniel Bard. Able to pull the ball and get it past Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia leaps but can't quite get to it.
So Pennington at first to a 2-down. Coco Crisp settling in here on the left side. A 1-for-4 night from the top spot in the Oakland A's order. Single, stole a base in the 6th inning. It's jammed and lifts it to center field. Back goes Ellsbury. Carries very well, almost to the track for the 3rd out in the top of the 8th inning. Red Sox take a 7-6 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Network. It's the home for Dennis and Callahan. Heard every weekday morning at 6 and also seen right here on NESN. Last half of the 8th inning back at Fenway Park, 7-6. Red Sox on top. New third baseman is Andy LaRoche into the game here for the Oakland A's. And the new pitcher is Michael Wirtz, 17th appearance, 1.84 earned run average. It's hitting at 122 against the right-handed reliever. Jared Saltalamacchia leading it off here in the home half of the 8th. Struck out but reached on a pass ball in the 2nd. Struck out in the 4th. And bounced into a 5-4-3 double play in the 6th inning. Swings at the 1-0 and hits it to deep right field. Back towards the bullpen. DeJesus is back. It is gone. Jared Saltalamacchia hits his 5th home run of the year and gives the Red Sox some insurance on top, 8-6.
Oh, did Salty put a charge in that one? He got a breaking ball. It looks like a slider that stays down in the zone. And Saltalamacchia with that slight uppercut swing crushes that over the Red Sox bullpen.
Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. Saltalamacchia has given the Red Sox a little breathing room as Jacoby Ellsbury takes ball 3, and it's quickly 3-0. Michael Wirtz comes in, gives up a leadoff home run to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th. Now falling behind. And there's strike 1. Popped up down the left field line. Over comes Willingham. And the shortstop leaning in. Cliff Pennington able to make the catch right by the short fencing down there and by the fans, able to make the catch on Ellsbury for the first out of the 8th.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was going to go in the stands, but instead, no. Pennington's there to make the catch. Look, 3 Oakland Athletics right there. And Pennington, the guy to reach out and top and make the play.
So 1 out, base is empty for Dustin Pedroia. 0 for 4 in the game. And he takes strike 1. Hold off to the right, 0-2. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on Nesson. Jonathan Papelbon getting ready for the 9th inning. David DeJesus, Josh Willingham, Hideki Matsui. 2, 3, and 4 anticipated for the A's. The 0-2 is high, and it's 1-2. Chop to third. LaRoche just into the game. Slings it to first. 2 down. Well, thanks to Ace Ticket, $175 will be donated to the Children's Hospital Boston Trauma Program and the Red Sox Foundation for every strikeout tallied by the Red Sox. Entering tonight's game, Ace Ticket has donated $70,000. Thanks to Ace Ticket, and remember to get your Red Sox seats at 1-800-MY-SEATS. 2 outs for Adrian Gonzalez, who has 2 hits in the game tonight. And sends 1 foul. Adrian singled in the 5th, doubled in the 7th. He's driven in a run. On the ground and into right field, a base hit. 3rd hit of the night for Adrian Gonzalez.
Second hit of the night on a changeup. Changeup this time by Wirtz, down, and Gonzalez pulling the ball past second base. 3 hits, an RBI tonight for Gonzalez. Red Sox with a total of 11 hits in the ball game.
There's Kevin Youkilis, who has been aboard 4 times in the game tonight. Tried to hold up and did, according to Tony Randazzo. Youkilis doubled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, and hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. He has scored 3 runs in this game. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings, the Red Sox get a save. CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. 1-1. is to third and knocked down by LaRoche. Gets up and his throw to first is in time. What a play. Andy LaRoche at third base. Home run for Jared Saltalamacchia. 8-6. Red Sox lead. Southwest Airlines, Kia, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Mazda dealers, and by Sullivan Tire. 8-6, Red Sox on top of the Athletics as we head to the ninth inning. And the Red Sox use their sixth pitcher of the game, Jonathan Papelbon, on to close it. 23rd appearance, 2-0 with a 2.76 earned run average. He's 10 out of 11, and of course this is a save opportunity. 31 Ks to just 3 walks. And opponents hitting at .241 against Papelbon. David DeJesus, Josh Willingham, Hideki Matsui expected in the ninth. DeJesus with a single way back in the first inning and a walk in the second, so he's been on twice tonight. In the air to right center field. Over is Drew, and JD makes the catch. One pitch, one out in the ninth. Well, a big play in this game. It's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast with the Red Sox on top 7-6. Jared Saltalamacchia with an insurance run for the Red Sox. Home run over the bullpen. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. For Saltalamacchia's 5th home run of the year. One out in the ninth for Josh Willingham, who takes ball one. Willingham with 3 hits in the game, including 2 doubles. There's a strike, 1-1. Well, the Oakland A's come in with all kinds of offensive troubles, having trouble scoring runs, pitching very well. And tonight, oddly enough, they get out to a 4-0 advantage. They've scored 6 runs in this game on 11 hits, but have not been able to keep the lead. And the Red Sox have an 8-6 lead in game 1 of the series. This is fouled off Saltalamacchia, and it's 1-2.
This rattles the cage of Saltalamacchia. Almost knocks it right off his head.
Inside 2-2. A reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Papelbon has one out in the ninth inning. Count of 2-2 to Josh Willingham. Swing and a miss. Strikes on Willingham. Goes to the slider to get it done, and there's two down in the ninth.
Yeah, Papelbon going to his third pitch, that slider. Off the outside corner, I'm sure surprised Willingham with that pitch. You think Papelbon, you think fastball splitter, you don't really think about the slider, but that time a big pitch for the out.
So 2 away, and Hideki Matsui now, who is 0 for 4 in the game. That's with 2 outs, bases empty in the ninth. Strike one. Strike two. Matsui has not had much success with Papelbon in the past, including 5 strikeouts. And he is very quickly in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Staying alive is Matsui with a foul ball back to the backstop. Jenks, the pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox. Papelbon trying to wrap it up. Again, the 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul.
That's a good split-fingered fastball right there from Papelbon, and boy, just barely getting a piece of that was Matsui to stay alive.
The 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Back goes Lowry into short left. Red Sox win. Papelbon on to close it for the Red Sox. They trailed 4-0 and won 1 point in this game, and they come back to win at 8-6.
Well, it's a good win for the Red Sox to stop that losing streak. A lot of good things for the Red Sox bullpen tonight. Clay Buchholz did not have his good stuff. But the Red Sox able to score a bunch of runs against a very good pitching staff tonight. Clutch base hit by Kyle Crawford late in the game. And, of course, Saltalamacchia with the icing on the cake with the home run. So a good win.